We don't know when to stop, but we always have to outwork everyone. And that's what I consider myself. Listen, I didn't have the best genetics, and someone like you may view it and say, man, you know, you're 4-time Mr. Olympia, but I had to work my fucking ass off to do it, right?
Big time. Big time. I'm thankful for that same thing, and I think that you had it a little bit different than me. It was like my parents would kind of send me out there, whatever, but it was a way that I had to earn money because it was, hey, if you want this pair of shoes or you want something, it's like you're going to have to work for it.
I had to buy all my own clothes for school and everything.
Yeah, it's like such a, at the time you hate it, and going through it, it's tough, especially at that, when you're younger, you don't quite understand it. But I've told my wife, I was like, if we can find, I don't know if my uncle will still be, he's still doing it now, but he's getting older and whatever. But, it's kind of like I told my wife for my boys, because we have a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. It's like, if we can get a place where they could go work like that to teach them, just to have them go out there and experience it, where it's like, hey, you have to put this hard work in and you're getting rewarded for it. But just learning that dedication and quitting is not an option. You get it done. And I remember when I was younger, and I don't know where this came from, but like playing basketball, I would stay outside and I had I'd set a goal for myself. Like I had to make whatever it was, 10 free throws in a row, right? And I'm younger, and it's like I could not leave. I wouldn't go inside and go to bed until I could make 10 in a row. And if I got to 9 and missed, I would go again. But it was like I always felt like there was somebody somewhere that was working harder than me. And if I didn't put that work in, they were going to take the spot that I wanted, like to play in college or whatever, right? It was just kind of, and it's the same thing now. Like as you get into competing now, it's like, God, if I'm not putting this work in,
We talked about it yesterday, the fear of losing.
I always say it. I asked him, and I'll ask you the same question. Were you driven more because you wanted to win, or were you driven more because you didn't want to lose?
That's a very good question.
There's a huge difference between wanting to be the best and going, nobody's going to beat me. I'm going to make sure I don't lose.
I was scared, man.
Yeah, I would say on that one, if I had to think about it, the satisfaction of winning is one thing, and mentally going to that spot where you visualize yourself winning and being successful. But going into a contest, getting beat is also like, you don't want that to happen.
No.
That's a very motivating thing as well. Like
especially if you have been beat, you don't want that feeling again.
Yeah. I think maybe it changed, to answer that question, maybe it changed for me a little bit from when I hadn't won to when I did